Okay, it's Wednesday, December 7th. This is an end of the day SPY recap. And on the daily chart, we end up with a very narrow inside day here. After the few red days down, we just consolidated for a little while with no real direction today. And as I discussed in the pre-open video, that was kind of anticipated, just given the fact that we came down for 4 days in a row, took out a target already, and the momentum might not be there today. Now, given the fact we really couldn't rally out of this area, that to me kind of says we're still trying to come down and take out this low right here, which, as I've been discussing, is the key midpoint of the prior month. And that will be the area to really determine if we just pause here and maybe start back up, or fail and continue a lot lower. And again, now with 2 days to go in the week, we're still pretty red here. So if we don't get some kind of a nice rally tomorrow or Friday, then we're kind of setting up to continue down as well. So we need a weekly, now that we're in a 2 down week, we did kind of reach our first target here. This one's very close. So, it is possible that we've just gone down as far as the market wants to in terms of these 2 bars broadening this bar. But given the fact we're kind of holding in here, not really trying to rally, it almost seems like we want to come down here, and it's going to end up with more of a red bar by the end of the week, which would mean maybe continuation lower into next week. And it's going to be a weekly reversal that to me will really get me comfortable getting to the long side again. But anyway, in terms of today, given the fact you kind of came in with that bias, if you look at the 5-minute chart here near the open, here's the pre-market high and low. You can see here, and I kind of mentioned this in the pre-open video, we came up in the first 2 5-minute bars, just immediately took out the stops and then tried to reverse. So it was a tricky day in terms of, since there wasn't a major directional move, and you were definitely biased to the downside given the fact you're not even anywhere near above the halfway point of yesterday's bar, starting up strong. You could have aggressively on the 5-minute chart tried to shorten here. It came down, didn't really follow through to that area. Maybe you could have set up a no risk trade and at some point broken even. Again, it came up here and tried to take it out, the highs, and then failed again. So at that point, you might be looking at the 15-minute chart, and you could have played this shooter bar up here and try to play it again down to the bottom of the range. Again, you had an hour and a half of time to at least break even if it just didn't follow through to that area. So you shouldn't have gotten hurt too bad. And then finally, I actually traded. I posted some videos. After watching this double kind of move up here, I traded this little arrow here in terms of a short trade, again seeing if we test the lows of the day, and I took profits here and here. On the 1-minute chart, it shows a little bit clearer. I got in kind of at this yellow line area as I discussed, and this was the first target and this was another target. So I exited most of my positions here and here, and then it just kind of chopped around for the rest of the day. Never really, tried again to take out those intraday lows, but never really got there. So to me, we're still biased to the downside, but it's the type of day now, these type of inside days I actually like when they fail. So in other words, if it goes up a little bit tomorrow and then comes back to the halfway point of that bar, that'll be exciting short. If we end up going short and just pulling, not following through and come back through the midway point of that bar, that'll be a potential long and a reversal trade. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But for now, given the fact we kind of took out the first targets in here, but really couldn't rally too strongly, I'm still kind of biased to the downside. Even if we go up a little bit after hours, I think we're moving a little lower here. So I think that's still what's in play, taking out this target, and then we'll see. This is kind of the key area to me, whether we just pause and fail and possibly reverse, which I'll have to see on the weekly chart more than the daily chart, or do we just really blow through there and maybe all of a sudden take out a whole, the whole month of December could be a big negative month, taking out a lot of stops down here. So today, just a consolidation day, kind of expected, and we'll see what happens tomorrow.